Peter, congratulations on winning the game and equalizing the score. First of all, coming to the opening, were you surprised with his opening choice?
A little bit, yeah. I'm not really a natural 1d4 player, and the Tarash, I've looked at some Tarash, maybe even recently, but first of all, I couldn't really remember exactly what I want to do, and secondly, like the main line of the Tarash these days is the Dubov Tarash, and the Dubov Tarash is doing very well. So I've spent some time looking at it somewhat recently, but the problem is the conclusion was it holds. So I thought I'll play bishop g5 just to try something new, but I don't really know very much there, and I'm sure I mixed something up because the position I got is I'm lucky I'm not worse, I think. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I can equalize after g3 bishop b4, but I ran for this line with a sacrifice, basically at that point completely missing that the queen has a square on d3, which is an extremely stupid thing to miss. Because if the queen goes elsewhere, I think I'm at least, like, I'm not going to be much worse, because e3, e4 is just much stronger with the queen, let's say, on b4 or a5. It's clearly an improvement compared to the game. But after queen d3, it's very lucky that I have this tactic with knight takes c4, which it took me a very, very long time to find, actually.
You also saw rook c5?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, and because my first try was I kind of gave up after queen takes d4, and then because everything else was also kind of really unpleasant, I went back to it and I thought, okay, what happens if I just go rook c5 in that position? And suddenly I realized that I don't see a move for black. And I mean, maybe black has some equality, but it already needs to be something very specific, and I couldn't see any. And I thought this is also a very nice gamble because it gives me, I think, the biggest winning chances. Because I think if he goes e4, d takes e4, I will have 0 winning chances there. But I'm probably holding. But I thought if I play e4, because I also have the knight takes e4 option, which comes close to equalizing. Probably doesn't quite equalize, but comes close to equalizing. But I thought if I play e4 there, it's very likely he will go for this line, and then I will play knight takes c4, and maybe he will decide I'm bluffing, you know. And I thought that this represented my best chance of actually winning. But then he did the right thing. He went for this endgame, and my first thought was it must be completely equal. And actually, for quite a long time, I didn't even want to go knight g4, knight takes f6 because I thought that position after rook c8, rook c8, king c8, I thought if anyone is better, it's black, because my king is not really very active. It's difficult for me to attack his king side, because if I play rook h4, he'll just play h6. And then he will start going like b5, rook a6 and pushing me back. And then I spotted this idea of just immediately, before he gets to play king c7, rook d6, I can play g4, g5 and start asking questions. And I'm sure to begin with it's a draw. But maybe already king c7 is slightly inaccurate, and g5 rook g6 is clearly a mistake.
Rook f5
yeah,
was
the rook pretty much always has to go to f5 to have counterplay. And yeah, I'm Vidit, I think, was also very disappointed with those two moves, because he just sort of went full passive and then realized it doesn't hold. And this is really not how you should approach this. You know, either you go full passive, being absolutely sure that it's a draw, or you must play for counterplay. And yeah, king c7, rook g6, and then just giving me the h pawn, which results, frankly, in a position which is not even very difficult to win. Because if my pawn is on a4, it's probably a draw, but the pawn is on a2, and he never gets to it. I always keep it. So yeah, I feel like I got slightly lucky, because obviously, you know, blundering queen d3 is not optimal play. But I think from the moment I sort of woke up, having realized, you know, the position I put myself in, I think from that moment on I played quite well. So definitely an improvement over yesterday, and it makes me feel slightly more cheerful about everything.
Amazing. And one last question was, instead of knight g4, did you feel rook c5 was
I looked
stronger?
at rook c5, but I think the issue is there's a number of things there that he can play. First, I mean, I think I eventually decided not to play because of h5, but even if not h5, I thought knight e6, rook d8, rook d8, rook f5, rook d2 becomes quite unclear. But maybe this I knew it was playable. It was one of my very early ideas, just to go rook c5 there. But there was a bunch of things there which I felt was not very clear at all. And then I spotted g4, and I thought, this is kind of, I'm more in control there. And also it felt like I might have chances, which is what the game also kind of proved. Even though I had no doubt it's a draw to begin with, but I thought, in particular, he had not very much time left, and it would be quite annoying for him to suddenly actually defend something instead of just being completely comfortable.
So, and now the scores are even and the match is back on track, so feeling good about it.
Feeling better, definitely, yeah. It's good to win again.
Good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.